What do you love to do aside from film?
Well, I've always been interested in social work, social justice, and I've always, well, worked in or participated in events such as Women's Pride um, and aside from film, I would definitely see myself helping those around me.
All right, that's nice. What is your idea? What do you have an idea for like a new TV show or movie or just something like a new idea for something?
Well, I just recently read a journal called Nasarema, which is American backwards, and it just made me feel interested to realize that we see ourselves as normal, like our culture is normal, but in reality we're as different as anyone else. Sometimes others will say, oh, this culture is weird, it's so like different and weird, but like we do some things that are just as weird as other cultures.
So a show about that?
Yeah.
All right, I like
Something
it.
like that.
Yeah.
With that meaning, yeah.
And why are you trying to get into this field?
Well, I realized that there weren't as many female filmmakers in this type of work, type of field, and what I really want to do is bring in more diversity into both, in front of the camera and behind the camera.
All right, I like it. And what are some of your strengths and weaknesses?
So my strength would be that I'm super focused. I am very passionate, and and because of that, my weakness would be I tend to overthink a lot about a lot of situations, and I tend to stress over every small thing, every little thing, and my friends will tell me, Penny, stop stressing. This is literally like nothing, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. It has to be perfect.
And what makes you different than everyone else?
Well, I get everything done. I'm extremely passionate because of that. If I sign up for a project, or if I say yes to something, then I will see it through from beginning to end. And I'll do whatever it takes to actually do my part and finish it. Another thing is I'm creative, and because of this creativity, I am able to problem solve a lot of, like, say, last minute scenarios, like, oh, what are we gonna do if this outfit doesn't fit this person? Then I figure out a situation using my creativity to resolve it.
All right. What got you into film?
I was a loner when I was a kid. I didn't really have any friends, and I spent most of my time at home. And my only friends were, the television. So, every time I would come home, I'd watch TV, movies, and it just kind of inspired me to be in the same field.
Mm-hmm. All right. And how do you respond to stressful situations?
Well, there was this one time when an actor, he he dropped out last minute of filming.
That was.
Yeah. Last minute, very last minute of filming, and we only had one scene left to do, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have something else to do. Like, I can't be here." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And at situations like these, you have to take a moment, take a deep breath and analyze, the problem, the situation, and you have to take different measures, like different plans, like plan A, plan B. Okay, if this doesn't work out, then what should I do? So at some point, we actually were gonna, cut out his whole part and make it into a voiceover instead if he was not going to show up again.
Mm-hmm. Wow, all right. Yeah. And what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie is The Lobster. I really love how it was able to show its meaning, like its theme, the theme in it, while also being very aesthetic, and it makes you sort of kind of think about your own life, our own society.
Mm.
So in that movie, Colin Farrell chose the lobster because he said they mate for life, right?
Yes.
So what animal would you be transformed into? What animal would be your choice?
I would be a penguin because penguins are super hardworking. They also are very caring for, especially, I guess, both male penguins. They, once the female penguin lays its eggs or lays its, little baby penguins, she actually takes a break and go out to hunt for the new family. Meanwhile, the male penguin, the father, would spend its whole entire time waiting for this female penguin and taking care of, like, literally sitting on the egg.
Mm-hmm.
So I think penguins are extremely just very devoted and passionate.
And who's your role model?
My role model is my dad. He came from Taiwan, and he moved to the United States without any sort of, I guess, preparation at all, in a way. He had to, when he came here, he had to learn how to speak English. He had to find out, like, where to find a job and how like everything works around here. And I just find that very, very aspiring that he's able to have that confidence, because he wanted to aspire for a new life, a better life than what he had in Taiwan. And that's why he moved to America.
All right. And tell us something about yourself that's essential to who you are. What makes you you?
What makes me me? So, as I was growing up, I've been faced with a lot of bullying and a lot of people who groups who would, like, isolate other people or look down on others and all that. After growing up with this, if I see something like that myself, I will stand up for anyone that I see doing that, who are being bullied or looked down upon, and I would do their best. I would do my best to help them.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. If Charlie was asked to describe you and use 2 words, what would be the 2 words he would use?
He would say that I'm very kind to others, because I treat others how I would want to be treated myself. And he actually told me this, that he has never heard of anyone talk bad about me. And I guess, here it's rare. And another thing he would say about me would be I'm extremely motivated and passionate in what I do because working on a few student film sets, I've had to dye I have had to dye 7 outfits in coffee and tea overnight, and all just to do my part of the film.
Was that for
reparations?
Oh,
actually.
reparations. Okay.
Reparations,
Yeah.
and I'm always on time and ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.